But in the moment, when you're like your adrenaline's up here, you're doing a scene, you're running low on time, and or even if you're not running low on time, but regardless, you're on a clock. You're like, I gotta finish the scene in 2 hours. It's just I'm gonna be short. And some people like you or other Tristan or other people I've worked with, they get that. They understand, right? Because it's like anyone really in the industry that's been working long enough is like, yo, this guy's not trying to be a dick, right? But sometimes, and I get it too, I don't think it's wrong, but it can come off as a dick. And honestly, in the moment, I don't give a fuck if it comes off as a dick, because to me, it's like, I gotta keep moving this thing along. I've never been that arrogant to be so confident about anything, like where it's like, this is gonna be great. Have I ever done that? You ever go into anything in your life like that?
No. Never.
I can't remember the last time I went into anything being like, this is gonna be great. I'm gonna fuck this. I'm gonna fuck it up in a good way. Like I'm gonna kill this. Have I? I feel like I have.
Maybe in meetings, but not in your head. No.
Oh, you mean like on the surface?
Yeah.
But not inside.
But
Here, the reason I feel like I must have, because you know me, like I can be cocky. Or do you think that's also fake?
I don't know. I've never really thought about it.
I have my moments where I'm like, no, I feel like I must have done it, at least on certain things in my life where I'm like,
I'm gonna fucking kill this.
This is actually, yeah. I think it's the whole thing where as time goes on, for some reason, I've gotten more insecure. That's weird. It should be the opposite.
Well, there's like this little bell curve thing about how much you know your profession or whatever you're doing. It's like beginners, they think they are really good at what they're doing.
Yeah.
And once you learn more about what you do,
and then
your confidence
right.
in what you can do goes down a lot. And then once you become an expert, it goes back up.
That's really interesting. I did not know that, but that's exactly what I'm saying right now, though.
Mm-hmm.
Is like I used to be
like an imposter syndrome almost.
Yes, because I think in the beginning, even I'm not saying I thought I was better than I was, but I was like I was confident. I'm like, yeah, that's why I'm in this. I'm killing it. I'm gonna pursue this. I'm so confident.
I can do see that on the TV there. I can fucking do that, no problem.
Yeah, even acting was, remember that was like part of it. I'm like, oh, I can act like that. I can act better than this guy on TV type of thing. You know, it's like this fucking bullshit. Like, but I think you need that in the beginning to get into it. Go like balls deep into something, right? But then you're right. The more you do it, then you're like, oh, there's a lot of avenues and ways to do this. There's like not just one way to do this. I can do this in so many ways, and one way is the bad way probably because it just doesn't look good, for example, right? And then that's where the imposter. Like I'm hoping I'm here. So I was like this, fucking confident as hell. Then insecurity. I'm hoping I'm right here.
Yeah.
Like past that thing, so now it's all gonna go up.
But I think it goes like after you start becoming an expert, it goes like exponential. It goes really high up. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I get that. That makes sense. And I think that's where, like, I would say this industry that we're in, the film industry, or like commercials, film, whatever. I think this is like, there's this. It's getting paid is similar, where it's like you're underpaid, and then you're paid what you're worth for like a month, and then I think you're overpaid because your experience is so dope. Like overpaid in the sense of like you could probably do it for a bit cheaper, but because now your experience just shot up, like you're saying, exponentially. Your pay goes from like this, like, oh, I was barely making in the fucking like, because in this industry, you really want to pay someone more money because you feel so safe.
Well, at that point, you're paying them almost for their ability to do things just like quicker and stuff like
efficient,
that. Efficient,
and also it's like safe in the sense of like he's gonna nail it.
He knows how to.
Like he knows what he's doing. He knows what we want, and he can deliver it. Right? Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's how the industry works.
And he's fucked up so many times. Like he knows all the ways to fuck up, so he's gonna make sure. That's kind of like a analogy for this podcast right now. Not analogy, but what happens. We fucked up so many times on like recordings and stuff. Now we know we're gonna do it.
Yeah, just so the audience knows, we literally tried recording this episode and we fucked up on making sure the memory card was not empty. You don't want to talk about it. I don't want to visit that.
Well, I feel like we've talked about it, and like you've talked
other
about
podcasts,
it so many. Like, okay, we had to cut there because it was full. Oh,
we're still learning, but no, I think we figured it out. But now
there's no like face of you or face of the guest. It's like okay.
I think it's
going on here.
What we're trying to say is we fucked up enough that now we're not gonna fuck
We're gonna
up.
kill it. Yeah.
We're gonna kill it. Yeah. It's going back up. The podcast, the chart.
We're experts now.
We were really confident when we started. Remember?
I was like, I don't know why.
Yeah, and then we were like really quick. We were taught our lesson of it's not easy, and then now we're going back up.
I was thinking about this the other day. Like, why can't we just fucking do it? Like, YouTubers are able to set up their mics, set up their things, and record for hours and be like,
But you think they from the first one they did that?
Maybe, I don't know.
No, but that's the thing though. We don't see their failure. That's what I like. You're right. Sometimes I look at shit. I'm like, dude, they didn't fuck up. Why did we fuck up?
Well,
like, are we done? It makes you, huh?
We're open about it too. We're going, we fucked up,
yeah,
guys.
Yeah. And some people out there say that. Like a lot of people say, I got cut from my high school team. Like in basketball, they talk about their failure. We're just very like in the now talking about. Like it's like usually it's like we're in episode 100 and we're like, oh, did you know in our second episode we fucked up? We're like, we'll fuck up episode 2 and then episode 3 we'll talk about it. So we're very very current about our fuck ups.
I'm like saying we're so confident now that we're gonna not fuck up anymore. We're still in that first part.
Yeah, we're still Oh yeah.
So we're gonna fuck up next time. No, we won't. We'll be good.
They're still fucking up to be done. But yeah, no, it's interesting. I like that. Because it just gives me faith that it's gonna go back up.
Yeah.
The insecurities is gonna go away, and then the confidence will come back.
Dead air. Sorry, that's when I talk.
Dude, yeah, if I'm drinking, you're talking.
Oh my god.
You gotta juggle that shit, dude.
Yeah, no, we'll go back up.
We had that. Nice. We had. I'm trying to think how I can like smoothly transition into the topic.
Well, if you're like saying how smoothly, just transition at this point.
Yeah,
because now you've already are gonna be looking for the transition.
Because you have to. Yeah, there's no smooth anymore. You've already kind of
you established that it's not smooth.
Yeah. I'm honestly, I have this bad habit. I'm trying to think. There's a point I was trying to make earlier, and I forgot it because we started talking about something else. So I'm using this as like I'm basically buying time to see if I can find that topic again.
Within the past 5 minutes.
Yeah, we were talking about fuck ups, the bell curve.
We were talking about
and then we cut to YouTube stuff. Like you're thinking about that. Before that, I was gonna say something.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, yeah. You know how you're saying how like basically it's like when you pay someone experience to do something because they've like fucked up so many times almost that he's fucked up enough times that we can trust him that he's gotten out of his system in a way where he knows all the ways to fuck up so he won't fuck up. I've actually used that to close a deal, like to get a client by letting them know like this is what I want to make, and they'll be like, oh, it's cool, and I'm like this, and I'm like listen, I've tried making this and I failed, so I know what we got to do to get you this. And it actually makes them feel like, okay, so you know what it is, because they're like, you're not experimenting on me. That's what they feel. They're like, oh, you've done your bullshit, you've tried and you've done whatever. Now you're saying if we give you our money to do this, you fucked up enough that now you'll perfect it.
Now you can use that as a selling tactic
to make sure,
even if you haven't done it.
Yeah. What do you mean?
If you haven't.
Oh yeah.
If I haven't fucked up, let's lie. You'd be like, I fucked. Okay, yeah.
It's like I've made $100 million film before, and I've fucked it up already. So if you give me $100 million, I will not fuck up.
Can I see that film?
I show them like my short film.
Didn't get released.
I show them like my short film from university. They're like, "This is $100 million." Exactly.
I know. I fucked up.
Right? You're telling me, buddy.
And you're wondering why I'm living it like. Yeah.
Come on. You know how much the hair wax budget was on this?
Pocketed that money. Where did that all go?
I've been a piece of shit.
Why do you ask so many questions?
Just give me
trust me on this.
Give me your money. Yeah. Why are you asking? Just give me the fucking check. Like I'm like coked out. All right. No, but picture. Yeah. No, it's like I've done that. I've taken people's money and I've pocketed, so I won't do it to you.
Wow, you make me feel so much more
like an asshole boyfriend.
Yeah.
I've hurt, baby. I know I hurt you before. I won't do it again though. That's really what a filmmaker would.
No, nothing.
I thought you were looking at
that.
No. That's what a filmmaker is, basically. I know I fucked up your project last time, but I won't this time.
And I used that money.
Jesus, you never let it go. Yeah, so what? I fucked up your film. Jesus. What's nagging me about that?
And I used that money for drugs.
I did it once. I'm gonna do it again.
I wouldn't do that. Like I learned my lesson.
Fucking addict. That was an addict talk. One more film. Let me do one more film.
Just one send off, and then I'll stop. I won't do it anymore.
What's a send off? I thought it was like a.
Let me do my big drug send off. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Before I go to rehab.
My big. It's one big party. Let me just get fucked up one time.
Just give me all your money. I'll just do it this one time.
And then next time we'll be okay.
Yeah.
Think long term, idiot.
I gotta fuck up to make something good in the future. So give me your money to fuck up right now.
Yeah, basically. That's basically what it is. It's not those words, but in the beginning, your first few clients, you're basically saying that. It's kind of fucked up to even say that, but your intention isn't like I'm gonna fuck it up. You're like I'm pretty inexperienced. I'm gonna try my best, but it might be a fuck up. I'm very new, and that's the whole you get paid your worth. Finally, is like you've done your time. A lot of filmmakers, I think, are like that.
Yeah.
But again, in the beginning, I don't want to come off. You still try your best in the beginning, and you make it. And that's why the budget's low too. It's all you're getting paid a lot. you're getting underpaid because you're still putting in more hours than you're getting paid in the beginning, because you understand, you're like, yeah, they shouldn't pay me that much, or you're worth, not even they shouldn't pay me, they won't pay me because I don't even have anything good to show them, so I'll pay little, and I'll make something dope for them as much as I can. And that's what you just raise that bar. Then you make something else that's like this much better.
Up, yeah.
The budget's still lower than what you need, but it's a bit better now. And then with this budget, you make something a bit better, and the budget keeps growing.
Just keep nudging it up.
And then that's what I'm saying. Eventually, you get to a point where it's like dope shit, and the budget's not enough. And you make something dope. The next time, you're like, nah, I'm not budging. I'm gonna make this is dope already. You know I make dope shit. Put the money up here. You know, and then bam, that's when you start making a profit. There's like so many also like tiers to that too, because in the beginning, just profit is that. Finally, you're like, I'm gonna make some profit now. Then you're like, oh, I'm gonna make more profit, and then again, then you tier up even more. You know, and then now you're like, my budget needs to be bigger for like the film. So that was a good analogy. Yeah. I'm 2 for 2, man. The other one with the other episode,
pretty good.
The Professor X music.
What's the subject today? No subject.
Oh, you're trying to go into it.
I don't care. No, unless you want to keep.
No, you fucked it up. Like we were just riffing, but I guess you're not a riff guy. You're not riff raff.
What is his thing? Peach Panther. Okay, yeah, move
on,
on, man. Get over it. Fucked it up, alright.
What's Peach Panther?
It's...
Riff Raff's like ad-lib? Peach Panther, who the fuck?
I think that's like his character. What?
Can you do me a favor? Can you turn the monitor?
I can try, man.
You want me to get up? Is it easier for me?
I don't think so.
Like, are you gonna hit shit?
I could potentially, but so could you.
Yeah, okay. Alright. Just...
Oh my gosh, this is such a hassle.
There's a part of me that's worried I didn't hit record.
Oh my gosh, you're recording, man.
All right. Hey, man.
And look,
we're still at this point. We're still here.
We're still at the fuck up.
We're still here, yeah.
Am I recording here? Yep. Recording. Wow. Okay.
I guess I know we had a different topic, but let's talk about that for just a second.
Talk about what?
Actually, I think I'm talking about like that's what it is. It's like, I mean, it wasn't supposed to be the topic today, but like just learning curve in filmmaking, I feel.
Sure,
you know it's interesting. But I think we were just talking about that. Just like how you have to deal with clients a certain way, and your climb is there, and it gets better and better. And yeah, man. I mean, the only thing you can do is just keep making shit. I feel. You know what I'm saying? Just keep fucking doing shit.
Putting yourself in uncomfortable situations to learn more stuff.
Well, it's like nah, exactly. Yeah. I feel like it's so cliche. Like I hate saying shit like this because like I feel like everyone said this already. But it's like you should say yes to the things that make you uncomfortable, like film wise, like project wise, right? It's like, oh, this one's kind of out of my reach, but that's how you grow, man. That's how you grow. You have to play with a different set of toys, you have to kind of play in a different playground to kind of grow up. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just keep fucking going to the easiest thing or like whatever is like chow to you, because it's like, how do you get that next pay raise, even budget raise?
It's like a big fish in a small pond. Yeah, like you're not gonna get.
What would you be?
Much.
Big fish, small pond, small fish, big lake.
Small fish, big pond,
big ocean.
Sure.
But here's the weird loop though. Okay.
Okay, tell me the loop.
Okay, first of all, small fish, big ocean. Why?
Ocean, pond.
Big pond, sure. Why small fish, big pond?
Like this is important.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a pond, dude.
I'm not playing otherwise.
Sorry, what was the question?
Why did you say small fish, big pond?
Because I am.
No, what would you rather be?
Small. I'd rather be.
Big fish, small pond. Small fish, big pond.
Well, there's more growth in small fish, big pond.
Yeah.
Than big fish in small pond, right?
Yeah.
Like you're gonna hit a limit of where you can be on.
No, for sure.
Small pond.
Yeah, 100%.
Right. So that's what.
And the only way you could change is like that's the whole thing, being in an uncomfortable zone and kind of like going for shit that you're not used to going to, and that's how you grow, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what was the point of that? Oh yeah, just keep going. That's what it was. Just keep making
going.
Shit, man. Yeah.
Chugging along.
Choo choo, baby. Choo choo. Choo choo, baby. That's gonna be my ad-lib as a rapper. Yo, choo choo. What the fuck?
Don't do that.
All right, you want to get to the point today?
What's the point though?
The topic was.
Why are we even here? What are we doing with our lives?
I don't know, man. It was about basically. I'm gonna try to transition by saying it's about personality. I feel on set, because there's so many different personalities on set.
Yeah.
Right? I'm gonna ease into the topic.
Okay.
I feel like when you're making a project, and let's use music video for example.
Sure.
There's so many personalities. There's an artist on set. There's the background actors. Maybe there's other
background
leads.
actors.
That's funny. I want to kind of explain that. That's funny.
It's inside joke. If you want to explain, go for it.
It's just we had a guy on set. He was like,
I feel like we've explained it on something else, but maybe something we won't release.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But basically, I won't go into it. But we had a guy on set, like he either play AD or like sound or different roles when we were like all wearing different hats. We still kind of do.
Swiss Army knife, some would call him.
Yeah, we all kind of do that.
He's from Switzerland too.
No, he's not.
Oh, okay.
I won't even say where he's from, but he's not. You dick. But no,
not a dick.
He would his note usually would be
perfect segue. You
dick. We'll come back to that. He would always just say, come to me, be like, a deal like for the scene. He'd be like, what if we like add background actors? Like that was his note. His go-to note was like there's like two people talking dialogue happening, and it's like, and I'm like just working, and I'm like trying to figure out like how to angle the frame or where I want to shoot it or like whatever we're talking on set. And his note, his go-to note was like, it would make it more interesting if you have some
more dynamic, you know?
Which I feel like he must have, and I'll be honest, I think that's
most
a great
of the time, but yeah.
I think it's a great note because it's actually made certain things better.
For sure.
And it can even make, because it just gives you range and makes the place, like, it's just a simple note that you just forget about. That, like, you may have these two guys talking and it's at a restaurant, but it's like, why not have someone walk in the background, make it look like it's a lively restaurant, right? It's like a little
more full than it actually is.
And the reason you don't think of it maybe is because you're just like, let's just shoot this and you're involved. But this small little note is like, oh, it kind of does add to it, right? But it was just funny because, like I think at 4 shoots in a row, he made that note every time. So it just felt like that was his go-to. Like that to him, that was like a masterpiece note. Like, I was like, this will make this film so good.
Oh yeah.
But and sometimes I would take those notes, even though the topic, I have to be a dick on set. Because sometimes if I don't
want to take people's notes,
then I come off as
it's your project. And it's what you want, not what other people are saying.
Yes, but also
you have a control problem.
Like, just keep rambling on that because you are a piece of shit.
Yes.
Because you have control problems. Because you fucking don't understand how to work with people. No. Okay. The point was. So as you said as an example, right? He gave me that note 4 times.
Yeah.
Right. I used that note maybe 2 times. Right? Because the other 2 times, it didn't make sense. It really didn't. I'm like, no, the whole point is it's like a fucking house with these people in it.
They're in the middle of a field. In the middle of nowhere.
That. I mean, it was never that distressing. That'd be stupid on his part. It's like, there's like a whole scene about one guy in like a battlefield. Like everyone's dead. He's like.
He got ditched in the middle of the ocean. Maybe we have background swimmers.
Exactly, yeah. It's like, yeah. But the boat go by and no, dude. The whole point is he's alone in the fucking it's 127 hours. James Franco with the Rock.
Yeah, background actors,
background climbers. Yeah. He just puts it in everything. No, but yeah. So it was never that drastic where he was just being stupid about it. It just didn't work for what I was going for.
He wanted to make the project better.
Yeah, and that's great. I love that intention. Bring that to the set every time. Mm-hmm. Come in with that energy of like, yo, I want to help make this project better, not just to talk. You don't talk to talk. Talk to make things better, you know? But yeah, so I would say no.
Sometimes you had to say no.
Yeah, I have to say no sometimes because 2 times I said yes because, yeah, that's a great point, man. Good job, man. That's a good note. I'm going to do that. And I'm open to that shit. The next time, I'm like trying to not double down on like, I'm a great guy on set. The next 2 times, it didn't make sense, but it's very iffy because even if I don't say it as a dick, if I don't say, no, fuck that, man, I'm not going to do that. If I'm like, okay, we got to do this, so say the note. Okay, let me get into it and then say the note. Okay, so we're gonna angle like a low angle. So
maybe a deal. Deal. I was looking at the scene.
Okay.
I was looking at the scene. It's like great composition, right? It's looking a little empty. Like maybe you could put in some background actors to like.
No, we're not. We can't, especially because of that. If you're talking like that on set, because you're too slow. Yeah, too slow. Yeah, no, we're not doing that.
Okay, let's reset the scene.
No, that's fine. We'll use
reset the scene. No, we'll do it again. Go.
Okay. So I was thinking we framed this scene with 2 actors. We go
low. Background actors.
No, it's never either of those.
Did that peak?
The slow one was better. Go slow.
Okay, slow. Somewhere in the middle there.
Just go into it.
A deal. Maybe we should put some background actors to make
No, it's not going to work. That's not a bad idea, but we won't use it for now.
Wow, you're a fucking asshole.
Yeah. It just comes off like an asshole because you shut someone's idea down, but I don't have the time to do this either, right? I don't have the time to be like this.
Coddle your emotions.
Or even like, yeah, exactly. It'd be like, listen, so Justin, I just feel like for this scene, because what I'm going for, and dude, I get it. Almost if I'm sure if I hear myself too, I'm like, why not do that every time? But in the moment, when you're like, your adrenaline's up here, you're doing a scene, you're running low on time, and or even if you're not running low on time, but regardless, you're on a clock. You're like, I gotta finish the scene in 2 hours. It's just I'm gonna be short. And some people like you or other Tristan or other people I've worked with, they get that. They understand, right? Because it's like that's anyone really in the industry that's been working long enough is like, yo, this guy's not trying to be a dick, right? But sometimes, and I get it too. I don't think it's wrong, but it can come off as a dick. And honestly, in the moment, I don't give a fuck if it comes off as a dick, because to me, it's like I gotta keep moving this thing along, and I'm sure I can make it up to that person too after, because they understand where I'm coming from, and
just have a little talk with them.
If I need to, if I was too rude or whatever,
sound like an asshole, 100%. But that's a bad idea.
I'll do my best to circle back to that. Yeah.
Don't come at me with dumb ideas like that.
Yeah, I'm still a dick about it.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm so sorry I yelled at you, but like you were being stupid. Like what you said was dumb. So like next time.
No, you have to have more of a nice sincere tone. Hey man, what you said was fucking dumb today. But you know, I am okay with you saying stuff like that. Just keep it down to maybe once or twice a day.
Just don't make me say it again.
Yeah. All right.
I get you. Like, really sell the niceness.
Yeah.
They're so confused. They're like, I think he was being nice, but he kind of sounded like an asshole.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, exactly. Like, I'll circle back if I need to, and I can talk to them, and sometimes maybe I won't because I'll forget, whatever. But at the end of the day, my intention is never to be a dick. It's like to make sure the project comes first at that point, in all honesty, because that's what matters the most to me, right? And I do have other people on set. Their roles are to make sure everyone else is like happy and all that stuff. But for me, it's like I can only be so gentle, you know, because it's like we're go. That's the environment you're signing up for, and especially on our sets, like we're always nice. We have a great time. We have music playing. We're having a good time. But when it comes down to the bare taxes or whatever the fucking term is, it's like I'm gonna be about the project, right? It wasn't just I didn't bring it up just to be like, oh, I can be a dick sometimes, or some people think I'm a dick. That's not the point. The point is, I feel like you need to be that way to be a good director, which again, that's my perspective. I'm not saying that's a right answer. I just feel like you got to be a certain type of person to be a director. You got to be a little go. And maybe the other way works as well, being very nice, being smart, being articulate, and on certain budgets, maybe I have the time and the energy is like that kind of vibe on set, I'll be like that too. But I just feel like I've seen people respond better to me being a general than me being a friend. Me being like you know, like there's that Orson Welles line of like a painter needs a brush, a writer needs a pen. I think I'm probably butchering it. And a director needs an army.
And a deal needs an asshole. Wait.
And a deal is an asshole.
All right.
And a director needs an asshole. That's a whole different podcast episode.
All right.
And the director needs an army. And I feel like if you need an army, they're your soldiers. No matter what position they're playing, they're like, yeah, I'm going to help you make this project. If it's volunteer or it's paid, regardless, your job is to make sure the director's vision comes to life. That's how I feel about a film, commercial, music video. I'm open to being collaborative, but that's, at the end of the day, that's the bottom line. Now, if that's the bottom line, you're the army, and I'm the one with the vision. I'm the one with the vision, sorry. Guess what my role is in that army? The general.
Foot soldier.
In a way.
Okay.
The custodian.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm cleaning your shit up. It's a general, right? And it's not, and sure, it's a cool term to use, and I feel cool using it, but that's not why. It's because you are the fucking one laying down the law and like the tempo, and kind of laying down the law, not technically, but more about your vision, right? So I don't know. I feel like you kind of have to be assertive, and it's a very big requirement to be a director, and it comes off as dick sometimes because you got to be that guy. But I feel like if someone's who's in that industry and feels that way, that like has been on enough sets, then they can adapt to that and understand. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like I'm coming off as a dick right now, saying that you should be a dick. But I'm not saying you should be a dick. I don't think that's the answer. I don't think it's like you should be a dick.
You should have some authority in what you're saying.
But authority sometimes comes off as dick if people don't.
Or maybe not authority is the right word. Conviction.
Sure, yeah. I guess that's what it is. It is authority, but it's authority of conviction. It's not authority to be an authoritative state of
like
being an asshole.
I have something over top of you. I am the boss here.
It's not that kind of authority. Yeah, exactly.
I need to be confident in what I'm saying.
And I need to.
This is the way it needs to be done. Yeah. Go do that.
And this is how I want it to be done. So you need to really understand that this is what I want. That type of authority. But instead of the thing is, I can't always be fucking like, I can't even see how filmmaking would work like this. But I can never be like, oh, like this is kind of what I want. Can you please shoot it like this? Dude, that fucking shoot would take forever. It has to be like, this is what needs to be done. And usually I've never had an issue. Like, no, that's not true. I've had issues with certain DPs where like, you know, there's a big back and forth. The good back and forths lead to a good shot though. Like,
problem solving together.
Yeah, like the documentary I did earlier this year. I'm gonna use a really quick example from a day. The last day of shoot in Turkey. We were in Turkey. Isa was DOPing. Hopefully, I'm gonna get him on a podcast episode too. Isa was DPing. We had this literally our last interview to shoot of a Syrian refugee child, and we were in their house, right? And we had to capture him talking about his experience, and I was gonna kind of interview him, right? But try to get him to get to a certain place. We're setting up the shot, and we're losing sunlight. It has to be natural light because of the way that room is, and it looks nice with the light coming in. And the light is moving quick, like every 10 minutes, it's moving a little bit. You can see where like the light ends. And where we spent about half an hour figuring out this shot, figuring out in the sense of I felt it needed to be a certain way, and he felt this looks better. Now it could have gone a bad way where it just becomes like a very bad back and forth, this yelling and all this shit. And I feel like if it was mine and Isa's first time working, maybe that might have happened because you don't have that trust. Because that's what it is. The reason he's ever going to concede or I'm ever going to concede my idea ever is if I trust that Isa would make the right call, or if he feels, Adil would make the right call, right? So that trust needs to be there for this back and forth to go well, right? The respect kind of, right? So at the end of it, I laid my points, he laid his points, and there was never like this like fuck you. It was more like me trying to be like, this is why I think of this. And again, he at the end of the day allowed me to make the call. And why though? And I really think this is where it comes from, I guess. And this is where like being a dick it's not the term, because yeah, you're being authoritative, but he knew that if I felt his idea was better, I'd be like, let's go with this. Because I've done that with him too. He's given an idea and I'm like, yeah, it's better than what I was thinking of. Let's go with this shot. So you need that mutual respect, and then yeah, you can be a dick, but because that mutual respect is there, it doesn't come off as dick because they're like, oh, this guy has the best interest for my work even because I'm DPing, but he's making sure that this looks good. So there's this like, now I can be an authority. So you got to kind of lead by, or be a dick by being like, understand, if I'm being a dick, at the root of it, it's for the greater good of this project. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's not being a dick, because a dick I feel like is someone who's just being an asshole because he wants to be an asshole, like you were saying, an authority just to be an authority. But it's like, as long as you're doing it for the greater good and your intention's pure, and they know this about you, because luckily you've worked with them before, or even on set, the vibe you give off, it's helpful. I just feel like if it's the first time working with someone, it's hard. It takes that shoot. By the end of that shoot, you're like, oh, you're not a dick. You're just like this. You know what I'm saying? It takes at least one project together, which is why it's so important to like, work often with certain people again and again, just so you have like this shorthand and all that. But yeah.
Do you have a time where like it's in your memory where you're like, oh, I remember that one time I was a like complete asshole.
Sorry. I gotta move a little bit if I can, maybe, because the light keeps hitting my face. I'm trying to avoid it.
Okay.
Sorry, I cut you off. It's a good question.
Is there ever how do you know you didn't hear it?
No, it's a good beginning of a question. I know where you're going.
Asshole right there.
I know. Yeah, you're an asshole. For no reason, dude. Not even for the greater good.
No. Okay, whatever. Sorry. I'm not an asshole. Is there like a time in your head that you always think of when you're talking about this, where you were on set when you're like, okay, I was an asshole that time?
Yes.
Like, does that run through your head, or is there what happened?
Well, okay. So there's two answers to that. A sub answer is like not about like. There's times where in the moment I'm like, and this is why I'm like, you have to be okay with being this like general or this kind of dickhead a little bit sometimes, because there's been times where I've let it affect my work where like I'll say something and then I'll feel like conscious like, oh my god, I hope they don't think of me as in a bad light. And that dude is so inefficient or whatever to the whole cause, because it's like now it's stopping me because now now I'm
your
overthinking.
Creativity's not there because you're thinking about this other entity other thing over there.
Now I'm like, oh, what does he think of me, or what does she think of me, or like, am I being too much of a dick to this DP or gaffer or whoever? And I'm like, oh my god, and I gotta stop. And I honestly, man, I do like the people that understand that. They're like, yeah, I feel like you're a dick right now, whatever. But they're like they know that like we'll figure this out later or whatever. You know, I also like that a lot too. Like people who can understand, be like transparent about that. But it's like, sorry, so that's one way. One thing that I have those in the moments where it's like right now I feel like I'm being a dick, and I hope they don't feel that way, right? Memories of me being an asshole, but I have memories where like I was an asshole like a little bit to someone, like kind of like rude, but
they took it worse then.
No, I was in the right.
Okay.
Yeah, you're doing that thing again. You're trying to cut it off.
Well, I've done it a couple times so far, but I think I've been.
That's like your 2021 resolution. Like,
no, I don't think it will be
ever. No, you're gonna be that guy. Cuts people off.
I'll do it a couple more times.
I know you will, but naturally you'll do it, yeah. Okay, sorry. So the memory I have is like I was an asshole to this person, but I was not even an asshole. Yeah, okay, so I was rude or authoritative or whatever maybe, but I was right.
That's what an asshole would think, though.
Yeah, no, you're right. That's why I'm just gonna say that though, because I might as well double down. That's what I was doing. That's what I'm trying to say though. Is like there's moments where like maybe I was an asshole and I was, but I know like I was full out asshole because I'm like no, I'm fucking right here. And honestly, I proved it afterwards. That's the best feeling when you prove that your reason was right. So for example, this is like.
But I'm just picturing you after what you've done. You've decided you're gonna do what your decision was. You've done it and it was right, and you're just looking at them like, that's right.
Sorry, I couldn't hear that.
What did you have to say?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. See you later, man.
Double down like that. Like just being a complete asshole. No, I was gonna say, so this 2 years ago. It's a music video I was shooting, right? And this is a random moment in the video. It's like literally in the video itself for like 2 seconds, this clip. But what I wanted was, I wanted the Marilyn Monroe Towers, the Mississauga Towers, right? In a certain way, like for the opening shot. This is like a music video I was doing, right? I want to say 2017, actually, 3 years ago. Jesus. Okay, well. So yeah, I was doing the music video, right? So the shot I want, we're driving. Obviously, we have no budget for this music video. This is a passion project of mine. I want to do this. I think it's a cool music video. It'll be fun to do, blah, blah, blah. And it's just it's a passion project. And now we haven't, when I say that because we don't obviously don't have the budget, but I always feel like if I have a vision, yeah, there's a $10,000 way to do this vision, but there's got to be a $0 way to do this vision, to achieve this vision. I have a shot in mind. I don't have a crane to get it, but we work our ass off and we get it for free. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I think you have to be as an indie filmmaker. So I want the shot of the towers, and obviously we don't have like certain dollies or whatever to get this smooth dolly shot of the building, right? So I'm like, I'll drive my car, you'll be in the back, stick the camera out and shoot it, and it'll work.
No.
Exactly. Great.
It won't work.
That was amazing, right? And especially what I doubled down, my idea was I wanted to be kind of moving away from it a little bit. So maybe you point back to the camera and I'll reverse it or whatever. Like I think the positioning of my car was a bit weird too. I'm like, I'll drive away from it and you capture it as I drive away from it.
Yeah.
So it'll have this parallax feel to it.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna work.
Exactly, right? And I'm like, what do you mean? Like we didn't do it. He's like, no. I'm like, and then I'm like, before I'm completely a dick. I'm already, because I know this guy. I've had these moments with him all day a little bit, like 1 or 2 moments, sorry. So I know this is gonna happen a little bit. So I'm kind of like annoyed already. I'm like, this fucking like, and every time I've had to like show him how to do it or whatever. So I'm like, listen, this will help be easier maybe, okay? Go at the back in the back seat. You're gonna just like open the window down and just point it out like this, and use your hands as like as a tripod head almost, which is, I know, like not the way to do it, but like so it's steady, and you use it against the window thing, and you'll get the shot. I promise. And no.
I bet you didn't even get the shot either.
Oh, I got it.
Oh my god.
Oh, dude, that's why I proved them, because then what I did was, because I was first I thought about, I'm like, you know what, you drive, I'll do it. But then I'm like, it's a waste of time. I'm like, what I just said, do it, and we'll see if it does. And that's what I said to him. I'm like, if it doesn't work, we won't use it. But let's just do it. I never understand that. It's like if you think a shot won't work, but all it takes is like 15 minutes of your time to prove it if it works or not, why not just do it? I never understand people like that, right? So that's what I was like, okay, dude, if you don't think it'll work, if it doesn't look good, we won't even use it. But just shoot that.
Mm-hmm.
We shot it. It looked great. In the edit, I used it as an opening shot, and that's that. But it's like, and here's how you learn if you want to work with that person again. Honestly, this is a side thing. Is like, or if you feel like there is like more, if they're the right person to work with, not more, because I think maybe I've worked with them again one time, but it's like the projects you kind of start figuring out who you want on certain projects. Is certain people would take that experience, and then they would learn from it. And then the next shoot, I say, try this. He's like, that's tricky, but let's try it, because he's like, oh, remember I tried this, and he was right that time. But certain people I've done that with, and what do? The next time something like that happens again? Same thing. They're like, it's not gonna work. And I'm like, but remember how I kind of taught you that, like, not taught you, that sounds like an asshole.
Remember how I
schooled your ass?
Raised you on how to do this film stuff? Remember how I did that? Yeah. Let's try it again here.
Did you forget who your daddy is?
Yeah.
Like, imagine as a rule, everyone would call me daddy on set. That's like the biggest asshole move. You gotta call me daddy.
It's just weird. It's not an asshole.
It's a little. No. Now you're getting off to being an asshole. That's what that is. Now you're like, that's your kink now. Dude, I'm like sitting so awkward. So I'm trying not to. Like, the sun is like hitting me, and I'm getting overexposed. So I'm trying to figure out how to sit. Can you just a little bit? No,
this one?
Yeah, that one. A little bit. Go. Keep going. More. This is good. You might be a bit darker, but we'll figure that out.
Wow, I'm pretty pale.
Oh no, I'm dark as hell now. No, go back. Go all the way. Actually, just open it. I have to change. We need that light. So open it all the way. I'm just gonna move a little bit. I'll just do it like this. I just gotta hold it.
Well, it's like half your face is gonna be
blown out.
Yeah, and then half isn't.
Yeah, we gotta light it different next time.
With what? With what light?
Like LED lights. We gotta do that next time.
Fine.
So yeah, sorry.
That's adding another thing that will fuck up.
So we need like 3 more episodes of just LED lights to figure that out. But yeah, that's how you also like. I feel like I appreciate people, and that's I think Issa's like one of them. Like we might have had a few like conversations where like in sets where he thought of a certain way to do something, and I thought of a certain way to do something. And over time, like we just learned how to work together, and it's like that's where I knew like yeah, it's a dope DP to work with because I don't have to like have the same conversation every time. Like he is open to this collaborative process of like figuring each other out and helping the product.
Problem solving together.
Yeah, and thinking of the product first, and not being like I need to be right or whatever. You know. Oh my god, that's a big difference if I talk like this, but the fucking light is like blinding me. So I'm trying. Okay, there's got to be an easy solution that I'm not thinking of right now. So I got to be here. So we got to move the whole table is what it is. Okay, no, I got this.
Okay.
No, I don't got this. Yeah, I'm like
you're
even more.
You're straight in the. Yeah. Come this way.
Well. Focus.
Huh?
Sorry.
Oh, I can close this and then that's.
But then you can't see me basically. You can see me, but it's like very dim. Close it a little bit.
Your face is always gonna be in and out of the. What if we go half?
Sure, we can bring it up in post if we need to. We'll figure it out.
Should we get the bounce?
We just got Brandon and Rose.
Oh, I can't see the screen, so I don't know. And usually it's a little darker on the screen than it is in the...
Oh, true. And I mean, there's still room to push. I'll have to cut a little bit of this part.
No, this is all gold. This is what people want to see. They want to see the, the trials and tribulations of professional amateurs. Are they amateurs? Are they professional? I don't know. It's
find out on next week's
It's what's it called? It's provocative.
It gets the people going.
It gets the people going. What is he?
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, I said to put the eyes.
Wow. Good job. Well done.
All right.
Did you check your hair?
I did it.
What have I done?
What have you done? You want to start a fucking?
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's when you turn into an asshole when your hair is not right.
It affects my mood. Yeah. What the fuck are you doing? What was the last thing I said before this whole thing distracted me? Oh yeah, Issa
working together and how much you love
people who understand. Oh, you're fucking obsessed. Someone's a little jealous, huh? Someone's a little.
Dude,
I get it.
Not jealous. You're jealous.
I get it. Issa's so cool and all. Yeah, Issa's great. Jesus Christ, dude.
You're getting hot over here.
Yeah, it's getting hot in here still. How long has it been?
Why you don't want to talk anymore?
No, I just want to know. I don't want to go over.
37 minutes.
That's pretty good.
What were you thinking?
44. Very specific. Shit.
Well, look, you've derailed this.
I know. I shouldn't have asked about the time. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. But in general, some of you being jealous.
Talking about you and Issa working together well.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just that's the whole thing, right? Like I think the topic that we wanted to bring up that I don't know if we ever said is like, do you have to be a dick to be a good director, right? That was the whole point, which it was off a YouTube video essay that I really liked that concept. But I don't know. To me, it's a toss up in like you gotta be a certain
personality type. Got that one right.
I think so at least, right? And then a certain.
No, I got that.
You got that sentence right. Yeah. Ending, cutting me off, right? Yeah. So I feel like you have to kind of be an authoritative figure and be like chop guys, and maybe some people can not be that and be great. And I would love to like learn from them, if anything, honestly, because it's like I do want to get that balance. I would love to be balanced, And I think what balances you is the passion. Like once you can convince that this is all coming from a good place, guys. I'm never being a dick to be a dick, like I said earlier. It's always comes off because I'm very like in the moment and want to get the shot right. And usually people see that, they notice that. But it's like I feel like a lot of directors have to kind of go through that of like they got to be a certain type and they have to be very like the leader on set, and that the pressure being a leader on set brings is like you got to make sure everyone listens to you, and you got to keep them like in that.
They have respect for you.
Yeah, and sometimes I guess it comes off like you have to be a bit extra, but I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know where else to take this, to be honest.
Me either, because I'm never a dick and I can't relate.
Do you have any memories?
No.
On like a set where someone else was a dick?
No, my closest thing to that probably would be me trying to say a joke that comes off not wrong, like offensive, but like just
you're talking about you being a
mean-hearted. Yeah. Oh, you want me to tell you about how you're a dick? Oh, that's what we're gonna do.
I was saying any experience with anyone being a dick, but no, you, yeah. So you were saying, because that's different. You're talking about being a dick in your life, or being conceived as a dick in your life, because you made a joke where you'll make those dry jokes that are just awful, but it's like you're being like sarcastic or crude in the humor, and then I think you told me that you think about it afterwards.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, was I a dick to that person?
Yeah. Sometimes they'll say sorry. Sometimes they'll never see them again. You know. Yeah. It happens.
Yeah, no, that's the overthinking part, which I think kills me. Is like on set or whatever. It's like fuck. Or even the next day, it's like, oh fuck, yesterday was I kind of like mean to that person? I should talk to them. I should let them know.
Like the Sunday scary type thing.
Yeah, Sunday scary.
After you drink and you go, what the fuck?
I do last night. Yeah, it's like when you're directing, you're drunk on a different type of drug, like you're just creative drug. I was like, oh my god, I have those moments though when I do look back and I'm like when you're in a, for me at least, when I'm directing, I do feel like when I look back, I feel like I was intoxicated in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't 100%
some sort of high.
Yeah, there's because I'm not how I was, which is I think the adrenaline high maybe too, right? But I'm thinking very differently than I was thinking yesterday, just on anything. You know what I'm saying? Like even like the way I'm like, oh, why did I think like this on set? Or it's good stuff too. Sometimes like, oh, it's a good thing I thought like that. But it's so interesting because you're in this zone where you're just seeing things in a different way, and then you kind of snap out of it, and you're in this fugue state for like a minute where you're like, oh shit, like. That was today we shot that, like that feeling too. Like you go home and you're like, we shot all that today. That conversation I had was today, because it feels like it was a whole different person or different like energy you were in, you know, a different bubble.
Your mind was going through so many things so fast. It's like it felt like a 5-day thing.
Yeah, sometimes it feels so long. Sometimes it feels so quick. It's like, what is 9 p.m. right now? It's crazy, yeah, man. I mean, when you're filming, time is so fucking weird the way it works.
So you wondered if I saw.
Do you have any memory of
someone being a dick
on a set? Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing if anyone was, it would be me, but like anyone else, or me, yeah.
Not really.
So you're saying, just so the public knows, that I've never been a dick on set.
That I've seen. I'm not really around you on set. You know, I'm doing my own stuff.
Yeah, you are.
No.
What the fuck are you doing? It's one thing we're all
trying
doing.
to make people realize you're a dick.
Yeah, you're the one who started the rumors, the whole thing. What are you doing on set? Yeah, my job's just to make sure everyone thinks Neil's a dick.
No. No, I haven't really.
That's interesting. But yeah, that's interesting because, like, I mean, nothing. Like, I'm trying to think what the first time. I'm trying to think the first time. I guess first time you.
I don't really remember that very well, but like the closest thing I could be considered to being a dick is probably just
being short.
Yeah. And being like, yo, we gotta get
this that's how
finished.
You bang a sentence. I just cut you off and I was dead on.
But I was in the middle of saying it. I try and say it before your thought is even finished. I'm better at it than you. But yeah. Honestly, it's more fun when you get it wrong because then a little more banter happens, a little more back and forth.
No, I definitely remember being short with you, like here and there.
With me?
Yeah, like in the sense of not in a dick way, but you're right. Like the most is like, dude, that's what I mean. Like, you know, like that.
Yeah,
that's the most I feel. But like I remember that, like, because again, the more I'm frank with someone, it's like.
I see someone as an asshole as being like unnecessarily mean,
going out of their way to be a dick.
Yeah, or like yeah,
which is I guess that's what
trying to like big up themselves and like you're just like what was the point of that?
Yeah, you guys are nothing and I'm everything. Like that's that kind of asshole. Yeah. No, if you're a director like that, then you're fucked because like that's like you're totally harshing the vibe for the creativity, like to be done, for the creativity to unfold, and unless the only way I could see that being kind of a good way to direct is if on purpose, like you're doing a film. And it's a fucking psychological film, like a mindfuck movie, maybe. And you want your character to bring out this, like you want your actor, to bring this out in them, where they feel vulnerable or insecure. It's pretty method directing, but then maybe you're a little bit of a dick, like just short with them and kind of cold on purpose, just to whatever, so that they act like a certain way. But even then, at the end of the day, you're not being a dick just to be a dick. You're doing it for a reason, and it's for the greater good of the project. So there you go. That's the only, and it circles back. It's like the only time you should ever be an ass or whatever is only if it's for the greater good of the project. And obviously, make sure you're not harming anyone, like going off, you know. But you can be a dick though, if it's for the greater good.
Mm-hmm.
And I think and I think that's where the personality of a director comes in. Is like you have to be someone that's okay with that if it ever comes to that. Like, yeah, I got to be a dick today because that you can't be someone who's like, so cautious about how people perceive them, like, and care about like how people think of you, that you're like, even if this makes the scene shit, or like if I know I can by doing this, I'll make the whole thing more efficient or whatever, or make the project better. Sorry, then like I still don't want to do it because like they'll think I'm a dick. So I think you have to have that, like, But
I'm just thinking the closest thing, like, you're getting short with people, and maybe I've seen that, and I probably don't think, oh, he's an asshole. I go, uh-oh, Adil's getting angry. Uh-oh.
I just look like a big baby. Yeah. I am furious with you guys.
No, this is how I want it done. Oh, do you want it done like that, do you? Okay, we'll do it like that. Okay.
Yeah, there's no mutual respect here.
45.
That's pretty good. I'm trying to think what I want to talk about before we wrap. Oh, I didn't do top 5. I just realized with Tristan. Damn. What are you watching these days? Let's finish on something light.
Queen's Gambit.
Oh, I gotta start that. How is it?
I think I'm on episode 5. It's very good, yeah.
I think Matt watched it.
Episode 5.
Matt watched like the whole season within a day.
It's easy too.
Yeah, like, it's one of those.
I think there's 7 episodes. They're all an hour each, but like.
Really good?
You just want to keep watching it, yeah.
You're almost.
Do you know what it's about?
It's about chess. I know that.
Yeah.
There's a chess protege or something, but it sounds like it's way more than that. Like the way they did it, I feel like the story is more interesting than just that.
Yeah.
No, you know what?
What have you been watching?
That's why I asked you, really.
So you could talk about yourself.
I just binge watched Cobra Kai. Doesn't anyone ever ask you a question really because they want to answer it themselves?
I don't like talking, so I ask questions so you talk and I don't have to talk.
But then you don't even ask. So, no, maybe right now, but in general, you wouldn't really. You won't really ask me anything because you don't like talking. You won't just be like, "Hey man, what did you do? What did you listen to yesterday?" Like you're not that person. You don't really care about people. So that's my point. You're an asshole.
You ain't wrong.
You ain't wrong. Damn, who hurt you, man?
Okay, move on.
No, let's talk about it, man. What happened?
Okay, so this one time,
at band camp.
Yeah, band camp.
Yeah. So I feel like people who do ask. Not you, but people who do ask, because you don't ask at all, ask because they want to answer the question. Like, what did you think of this movie?
Let me talk about myself, yeah.
Why would I ever be like, what did you think of this movie? You tell me, and I'm like, oh, okay.
They're just waiting to cut you off.
Or like, yeah, shut the fuck up. You're like, yeah, you're done?
Okay.
So what I thought was...
Well, what you said is wrong, but this is how it should be seen.
This is how
Tell me about Cobra Kai. I don't care about this.
Sorry, anymore. So I binge-watched Cobra Kai. I'm done with this topic. I binge-watched Cobra Kai, which I made fun of my cousin Yusuf was watching it. I made fun of him. I'm like, not fun of it, but I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll watch it. He's like, yo, you gotta watch it, man. It's so fucking good. I'm like, all right, yeah, sure. And then I watched it, and it's so good. But you know what it is, right?
Karate Kid spin-off type thing.
Sure, it's Karate Kid, but it's like them still. So it's not spin-off in the sense of like new characters, but it's spin-off because it's like what are they doing now almost, right? So the guy who like lost the loser now.
Bad Guy's Kid, right? Something like that.
No. That's what I thought it was too. But Bad Guy's Kid's in it. Yeah, but it's still about the bad guy. It's about the kids too. So it's teen drama bullshit, right? It's like them and being karate students, and it's really fucking interesting, man. Like what I was surprised about, man, I always thought, because I was never a huge fan of Karate Kid, right? So and the reason was because I always felt it was kind of popcorn, and like it's just a typical like story about a nerd getting like setting up to bullies. I mean, which I don't mind if it's done right, but I felt Karate Kid was kind of cheesy, blah blah blah, all that shit, right? So with the show, same thing. I was a little worried that it's gonna be like 2-dimensional characters, that it's gonna be like, I don't know, boring and stuff. But even with some of them being two-dimensional characters, there's character arcs with the nerds and the bullies, and then also the bad guys and the good guys. I sound like such a fanboy, right?
Fucking nerds.
Yeah. I sound like such a fanboy. I just realized how deep I went into that.
I've only seen Jaden Smith.
I didn't like that.
Karate Kid.
I like Jackie Chan in that though. But anyways, the show Cobra Kai. It's about the bad guys still, so it's not really just about the kids. It's really he's the main character. The bad guy in the movie is now his story. Like it's kind of showing that he was layered. Like, he wasn't just an asshole. He went through a lot of hardship.
He was an asshole because
his childhood wasn't that great.
Yeah, he got beat up as a kid.
Yeah, sure, and he had like his parenting and stuff and all that stuff. Like it was interesting. It's funny too because of that, because he kind of talks about the movies in a way where you see his perspective and you're like, oh fuck. In a world that he is right, like he is kind of right, that he wasn't a bad guy. Maybe the good guy was kind of a dick too. They painted like that, like Ralph Macchio was kind of a dick, and you never see that because he's such a nice guy in the movie. But the way he paints the picture, like when he retells it, you're like, shit. So maybe he was kind of a dick, not a complete dick, but he kind of did bring it out of the bad guy. So it's kind of interesting. I like that a lot, that they went with that angle. It's interesting.
Yeah.
It's like seeing, it's like an anti-hero.
Anti-hero. Yeah. I like anti-hero movies.
Oh, that sounds so familiar. Why does that sound so familiar? We just talked about that.
Yeah. What are some good ones?
Oh yeah, yes, let's do that. I mean, that's where naturally this
we
conversation.
We talked about it. So Batman, Joker.
Joker, you mean?
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Joker.
I don't remember it all.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Wolf of Wall Street.
That's an anti-hero for sure.
There was a ton that you're just like, okay, yeah, you're right.
Goodfellas, Casino, Venom, Casino, Social Network. We talked about, which is weirdly anti-hero.
Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Casino.
It's always anti-hero because it doesn't have to be a complete villain, right? Like Casino and Goodfellas, like that.
It's just like people are doing things that are seen as wrong in the public.
Anyone who's not
crime films usually, unless it's a cop they're following, like Die Hard.
Yeah. But crime film though, if it's about the criminal.
Die Hard. I don't know why that popped in my head, but okay.
Police Academy. That's another police one. I think it's anytime that the lead isn't your cookie cutter good guy, like he's doing it for the good.
But for some reason, you want him to succeed.
But that becomes anti-hero is what I'm saying. Because sometimes it doesn't have to be that far-fetched. Like,
because there's that secondary bad person.
Yeah. There's still some bad guy. Well, Wolf of Wall Street's really interesting.
Antagonist is a little worse force than the.
No, but that's the thing though. In Wolf of Wall Street, DiCaprio's
the FBI's the antagonist.
But they're not bad. They're good guys.
I fucking hate them.
Why though? Right? That's kind of I like that. So interesting. Fuck the police.
The government.
Such a fascist.
Yeah. Fucking capitalist society, man.
That's like a go-to. But yeah, it's interesting. I know you really want to. You're trying to wrap it up so quick right now.
No, I love this. I'm not a dick, man. Come on. What are some other good anti-hero movies have you seen? I can't think of any.
Yeah, I think we named most of the ones that we like at least.
How many episodes is Cobra Kai?
2 seasons. It's 20 episodes.
Okay.
But it's one of those. That's what I was thinking. It's like half an hour, but it's like...
Who's their demographic on that? Because it kind of, to me, sounds a little...
Kiddish?
Yeah.
That's the thing. I know so many adults watching it right now.
And I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying when you say Karate Kid, you think, oh, that was like a kid's movie back in the day. But all the people who watched it are now old, so they'll probably want to watch it.
That's the genius of like stuff like even like Backstreet Boys, dude. Their demographics are 14-year-old to like 50-year-old because they've all listened to them. You know what I'm saying? Like they make so much money because that same thing with Cobra Kai or any spin-off like that when they bring a old show or movie back.
It's
like,
for the older people who used to love it.
And then the new people are still down for it because it's still a good show. So now your demographic just doubled. Where if Cobra Kai was brand new, there's like no other show or movie Karate Kid ever existed, it'd probably be a smaller demographic because the younger people would watch it probably. But now you get that old chunk because of that nostalgia. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like I'm trying to think if they make something that's in our time, like if they made Recess. Have you watched Recess growing up?
I know Recess, yes.
You know of it, though, I guess. What's a show? What's a movie that we watched?
Arthur.
Sure, and they made like an Arthur movie. Even though I haven't seen Arthur in so fucking long, I'm curious. I want to see this. You know what I'm saying? And then now we're the demographic, but also the kids are the demographic. You know?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And on that note,
I start my oh my god, my energy level went down pretty quick there.
Hard,
hey,
yeah,
sorry,
some
man.
Food in you. My food's here actually, so I'm pretty excited.
Oh, is it just waiting out for your door for 30 minutes?
Yeah. Oh fuck, it's gonna be cold.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we told baby.
We're at like 50 minutes. Like it hasn't been short. 5-0.
Yeah, we're good. But okay.
Sorry.
I don't know what you.
Yeah, we're okay, man. All right, man. Like this is just turning really awkward really quick. Like people are gonna be so uncomfortable if they get this far.
Yeah. That's so funny. Like, are these guys like they've never sat before together and just talk?
There's some weird tension here. Like, is he an asshole to him or something? All
right.
That's
funny. I don't want to end it on that though.
Top 5.
Oh, I was gonna but top 5 anti-hero movies that come to your head right away.
I couldn't even think of any.
You said like so many. Top 5 anti-hero movies. Top 3. We'll make it easy for you.
If you gave me a list, I could be like
top 3 anti-hero movies that come to your mind.
All I can think of is Joker.
Sure, and I know you said that's one of your favorites, anti-hero films. Okay.
No, I didn't. I never said that.
You literally said that last time.
No.
You literally said that last time.
No.
Okay, how about this? Don't rush it. I don't know what timer is going on here. Think of it. Your top 3 anti-hero
But like now I'm under pressure. It's gonna be too hard for me.
Part of it.
Would it be okay if I maybe searched anti-hero movies?
Sure thing, boss.
I'm not asking for permission. I'm just telling you.
My food's getting colder and colder as you do that.
Oh, well, it was a little cold. You can go get it right now if you want while I'm searching it up, and I'll try and talk the whole time.
It'll still be cold. It'll be warm.
Anti-hero movies on Netflix? No, just in general. Thank you. Venom, Deadpool. Is Taxi Driver anti-hero? Yeah, I really like that movie.
That's my only Scorsese film I haven't seen. I gotta watch.
It's very good.
And then Hugo, I guess.
I don't know. This list is looking not great. Kick-Ass. Oh my god. This is a pretty poor list because I know it's just not true.
That's not like all of them, right? You're like.
Dude, I don't fucking know you. Why would you put me on the spot like this?
This name, like it literally doesn't.
All right, Joker, Casino, Goodfellas.
There we go.
There you go.
Look at that. Oh my god. Fucking.
That's just the ones you named earlier.
Yes, cool. Like,
yeah, okay.
Let's go with that.
It's not true, though. It's not true.
It doesn't.
It's not authentic.
I don't want that to represent my answer.
People are gonna judge me now, like they weren't doing before.
When you were being awkward.
Hey, go. What are your 3?
No, that's it. That's all I wanted to know.
Oh, okay, great.
We'd end up on that.
What are your 3? Don't do me like that.
Anti-hero? Right as you said that, I'm like, it's pretty hard.
Yeah. Say the same ones.
Goodfellas.
That was my choice. Whatever. Copy me. Whatever. I don't care.
I'm trying to. It got to be like a fucked up movie out there. Shutter Island. That's an anti-hero.
Yeah. Whatever, man.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
How?
Because he's not a sane person, so that's your anti-hero. It's always someone.
He's not a bad guy though. He's just fucking dumb.
He killed his wife.
So?
Exactly. Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Fuck off.
Get the fuck out of here.
Dude, fuck off.
Get the.
Oh. Fight Club.
Fight Club. Yes.
There you go.
That's my third one. That's mine, not yours.
Oh, you're lucky. You're lucky I fucking helped you.
I got a great one. I got a great list.
Fuck.
Goodfella, Fight Club, and
Memento.
Shutter Island. Yeah, Memento probably might be actually.
Maybe.
Yeah. But it's not mine. Shutter Island. Prestige. Prestige.
No, Memento. Actually, no. I don't think. I killed someone.
Is Prestige? Have you seen Prestige?
No. It's the magic one.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Fight Club, Shutter Island, Goodfellas. Done. And on that note.
Wow. That was very easy for you considering you had so much help from me.
Yeah, man. I tried to help you.
You didn't. You literally. No. Okay.
I want to wrap this.
Fuck this.
All right. So that was today's episode. Music Starts Playing, please. Cut the shit off.
Okay.
And yeah. I don't know what episode number this is, but that's it. And we'll meet you next time.
Bye.